So the next recipe today I'm going to make is sushi. You might notice that the dough from the other recipe is still rising on the counter. I'm doing a couple at the same time today. Now, this is not going to be very complicated sushi. I should look up the name. I was going to before, but I forgot. So this is the simple one that has just got crab meat and cucumber in it. Okay, so for this you need a long English cucumber, a pack of fake crab sticks. It's just crab flavored fish. You need some sushi wrappers, okay, also known as nori, that you can buy these at import stores. A lot of supermarkets are carrying these now. You need some sushi vinegar, or this one's called sushi seasoning. You need rice. Now I'm using brown rice for this today. It's in the rice cooker right now. What it comes down to is you need approximately 1 cup of cooked rice per roll of sushi. Okay, so you need sort of like a ball, a baseball softball size. Well, baseball is probably better than softball. You need a sushi mat, which is just a cheap bamboo device held together with string to make these. And you definitely need some saran wrap. Okay, and I'll show you why. Because unless you want to cut these all at once, they'll keep a lot longer if you wrap them up. So, first thing to do is prep the cucumber. So, I will need approximately this much cucumber. Okay? So what I'm going to do is just sort of eyeball that. You do want a little bit sticking out of the ends, it doesn't matter, so you just cut the ends off, taking this out of the plastic wrap to start off with. Now a technique I was shown when I was a kid, I don't know if there's anything to it, is that you rub the ends of the cucumber when you cut it. Now, you'll notice that this is frothing. What this is supposed to do is remove the bitterness from the cucumber. I don't know if that actually works or not, but it's something I've always done, and I'll just keep doing that. So then you cut off the part that was frothed up, throw the ends out, and then peel this. I like it peeled. I'm going to just peel this in the sink. Bear with me for a second. Some people put the cucumber skin into the sushi for a little added texture. You can do that if you want to wash the cucumber really well first. Personally, I like it smoother. Now I'm not making sure this is completely peeled, I'm just getting most of it off. Oh yeah, and while you're all waiting there, Shannon's watching, by the way, yes, the egg whites did go bad, so I won't be making any meringues for a while. Alright, so cut this in half, lengthwise. Okay. Then, got a small spoon, and as I showed you in a prior video, hook it in, okay, and pull it along. I'm just going to finish this over the sink. What you're doing is you're taking the seeds out in the middle so you don't end up with a really damp sushi. So the amount that I've planned for today is 8 rolls. 1 roll will make approximately the same amount that you will get in, a store-bought package. The total cost of the ingredients here for this entire amount is probably, it's going to vary where you are, right? For me, it was about $10, $12 for all of it. Now this is going to last, probably about 10 bucks. And I'm going to be making 8 rolls, so you can see this is quite a cost saving, plus you control the ingredients and it's fresh. Okay, so I'm going to need 4, each going to turn one of these into 4 pieces, so cut that down the middle, cut that one down the middle again. Okay, let's just put on the plate on the side. I always like to get my cold prep work done first, because the second step that you have to do is get the rice ready to go. After it's cooked, you have to season it and let it cool. I'll show you how to do that. The actual making of the sushi itself is very, very fast. Okay, so the cucumbers are done. Oh, and if you're curious, the weight on this package is 340 grams, which, try and let me do somebody else out there can do the math. I think it's 10 or 12 ounces. So just break these up. Take one here, cut it down the middle. Okay. So you've got a piece for each side that you're going to be putting in like that. And just finish that with the rest of them and your cold prep is done. Okay, the rice is now cooked. You might wonder what I'm doing with a frying pan on the counter. Now if you've ever seen them make sushi, they generally fan the rice in large bamboo containers. I don't have one of those, and I'm not about to buy one to make sushi, so I'm using my trusty Dutch oven here. One thing I would also like to bring to your attention is I opened the nori pack, and I took out just what I need for today, okay? For the wrappers, I think I might have to turn the light up in here a bit. It's a little dark. Now, what I've done with the rest, when you open these come with a desiccant to keep them dry. I just put the whole leftover package in a Ziploc bag to make sure they stay dry. If they get damp, they're unusable. You'll see how easily they seal after. So, give me a sec, I'll be right back. Okay, much better. So, what I'm going to do is put the pan over here for now. I am not actually using sushi rice. I'm using short medium grain unpolished brown rice. It has got a lot of vitamins in it that are retained because of the lack of processing. It's extremely sticky, which works out well. You can use sushi rice if you want to get it. I've even made this with good old-fashioned Thai jasmine rice, and it comes out good. You have to make sure if you are going to use the jasmine that you don't let it dry out too much, and that if you're going to not use these, like I'm just going to wrap these up and eat these over time, but if you're going to be making for a party, for example, this is great. If you've got one of those potluck dinners where people like sushi, you can make a lot of food for a lot of people, fairly short time at a very reasonable cost. Okay, so you can see the steam coming off of here. So what I'm doing is I've got my rice paddle and I'm starting to fan it. Now, if you're going to use the seasoning, follow the directions on the side of the bottle. What this one says is for sushi rice, use 30 mils, 2 tablespoons for 2 cups of cooked rice or 1 cup of raw rice. So if you do the math quick, this works out, since I made 8 cups, 220 mils, which is a half a cup. I put a little bit less, just kind of pour that over. Now this bottle is 355, let's call it 360. So essentially you can make 3 sets of sushi for 1 bottle, and if I recall correctly, this costs like $3-4. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take a few minutes and you are going to fan the rice, mixing in the seasoning with it. And I'm going to keep working this until it's cool enough to handle, and then make the sushi right away. So I'll see you back here in a few minutes.